Well, I know you were enlisted right before you would have been drafted.
I enlisted at the end of the term at TCU.
So as soon
and
as
I
you
would have
could.
been drafted very quickly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I didn't give him a chance.
And okay, and
I went into cadets that way.
so
I didn't go into the ground pounders. I went into flying cadets.
So you were in the Air Force?
Oh yeah.
So that kind of answers this next question. What was your occupation during the war? What did you do?
Well, I did a lot of things, but most of it was flying airplanes.
Flying different kinds of airplanes, or?
Yeah, for everything, and up to and including the C-141, which is still flying.
That's neat.
4-engine jet.
Wow, they had jets in World War II.
Well, this was after World War II.
Oh. And where were you, if you remember, where were you when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
Oh, probably in that hamburger joint I was working in. I don't remember. I was out close to the TCU campus somewhere.
How did that affect you? That was before you went into the war.
Oh yeah, before, but I was ready to go to war once I heard about it.
It angered you, made you pretty mad?
No, it made me madder now.
Yeah.
That's the reason I won't buy a Japanese car today.
Oh, I have one out there.
I know you have. But I won't buy a Japanese car or anything I know that's made in Japan.
So it kind of makes you almost totally against Japan now. Huh?
Well, I'm against them because I know them. They're sneaky little bastards.
Yeah.
I served 3 years over there after the war.
After the war?
Yeah, in 1960, 61, 62, and 63. I was in Japan.
How long did you serve in all? At the very beginning?
7 years, 8 months, and 15 days.
You have it down to the days, huh?
I don't know how many hours. This is my bathroom.
Oh, okay. How many years were you asked to serve in the war? Did they have it like 4 years or?
No, I was an officer.
Oh, so
you don't have terms. You either have to serve or resign.
Oh, so you could have resigned at any time?
Oh yeah.
So you chose
any time after the war was over.
You chose to serve all that time?
I served that time because I was making more money than I could make outside.
Okay. But
I had to make a living. I had a wife and one child at that time.
So, Robert?
Yeah.
So, what, like, I guess, did you participate in any, like, famous or major battles that, during the Pacific, or?
Yeah, the bombing of Japan.
Bombed Japan?
B-29 bombing of Japan. We were the ones that bombed them into submission.
You were involved in the Pacific
Mm-hmm.
War? Okay. Kind of answering almost all my questions at one time. Did you participate? I don't know. Was the Guadalcanal, that was in the Pacific?
Well, that was before me.
That was before you?
Yeah, I didn't get in until January 45. Guadalcanal was 44.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wasn't on the ground, so I didn't participate in any of those. I bombed a lot of them. Like Marcus Island, we flew over and bombed it before the Marines went in and took it.
Okay. Feel free to elaborate as much as you can. I have to write a 4-page paper.
My claim to fame is I was a recovery force commander for Carpenter and Sherrod, the astronauts.
Oh, that's neat.
So they landed in the Pacific. They were the only two that landed in the Pacific. I was in charge of the recovery for those 2 astronauts. I had a red telephone that was direct to the president.
Yeah, you got to. Could have called the president if you wanted to. Or...
Unfortunately, I didn't use it.
Oh. Should have just called him, see what was up.
No, we're supposed to call him unless something went wrong. He wanted to be the first, you know.
Do you have any times, like, when were you most frightened during the war, or what, any
No, but
near-death situations that you were in?
I can tell you this is a saying that we had during World War II. There are no atheists over the target.
No atheists? Oh, I see.
They're all praying.
Did they? Like, you had escorts and things when you went bombing, right?
Yeah.
No, you just went by yourself?
One airplane.
One airplane?
Yeah, we went in at night, one at a time and out. One at a time and out.
So you never had anybody, like Japanese fighter planes or anything,
Sure.
chase you down?
Yeah, they chased us. One of them, I thought, had us one night. He looked like he tried to ram us and missed.
He tried to ram you?
Yeah. Well, they had kamikazes over there, you know. But they really tried to ram the airplanes. That's the way they shot you down. They killed them, but they didn't care.
So that was before you dropped the bombs, or was it after?
Well, this was, I believe we were still on the way in, I'm not sure. And I flew on the longest bombing mission that's ever been flown.
You did?
20 hours and 45 minutes.
It's a long time to be in a plane.
Without refueling.
Did they add, were most of the bombers capable of doing that, or did they?
B-29 was. And we landed at Iwo Jima, coming back from that one. And I was reported missing in action because we landed at Iwo and they didn't report that we had landed there.
Did they send that back to Grandma?
No, she never did get it. I'm surprised she didn't.
No.
They reported us missing in action. And about that time we got gassed up, went on home to our island team. They decided we weren't missing.
As soon as you landed?
Yeah.
Did you receive any medals or anything during?
Yeah, I got a little chest full of medals. BSCs, Air Medal, Commendation Ribbon, Outstanding Unit Award. I got 3 of those in a row when I was squadron commander.
How do you get an outstanding?
How do you get them?
Yeah.
Some 3 or 4-star journal has to recommend you.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
Then you have to be the outstanding unit of that type in the Air Force.
Out of all the ones recommended?
Well, out of all of them in the Air Force, you've got to be the outstanding one.
That's pretty good then.
At that time. Yeah, I got 3 in a row. That's while we were in Japan.
What was your most vivid memory of the war? Was it?
I don't have any real outstanding memories except land and lay out on our bunks outside the tents and get suntan and get a little sleep and then go do it again.
Break in between, quick break.
Yeah, we got about a 24-hour break in between missions.
So you probably flew a lot of missions, didn't you?
No, I only flew 7. Japanese quit.
As soon as you got in there, they decided that they had enough.
We started hitting the target, I guess. I only flew 7 missions. And then, of course, then the atomic bomb was dropped on them.
Yeah.
And it was dropped from my island. I didn't drop it, but some of my friends did.
How did they feel about that? Did you know?
What?
Did they say anything about how they felt about it? Did they know that?
Well, some of them kind of went off their rocker. The bombardier ended up in an institution.
Yeah, that's a lot of destruction.
He had killed 200,000 people with 1 bomb.
Yeah, did they know what kind of damage it could have done?
Yeah, they could see it.
Did they know, like, the radiation and stuff like that?
They did.
Because I know Bikini Island, all those people that...
Well, I was at Bikini.
You were?
Yeah, for the atomic test. I was General Ramey's #1 boy, and he was commander of Task Group 145. That was the Bikini Atoll group.
So you saw that explosion?
No, we were gone.
Oh, you were gone?
I didn't want to see.
You're out of there before.
Neither did General Ramey. We went back to Hawaii.
Was that before or after the war?
Well, that was after. quite a bit after.
Wasn't that like trying to convince the rest of the world not to use the atomic bomb?
No, it was testing to see how good we could make them.
Oh.
How strong we could make them.
Because I saw a movie that...
And let the world know that we had them.
I saw a movie that said that they were like trying to say that it was to convince Russia and them not to use the bomb. And then Russia flat out lied in the
That could be one excuse, but our excuse, we were trying to develop a bigger and better bomb.
Yeah, probably. It's not enough that we can blow up 300,000 people.
That's right.
We have to get more.
Yeah, I went through the atomic school in New Mexico. And atomic bomb. It looked like a great big round barrel.
So you actually, that one time, you saw that on a film, or
No, I saw.
you saw it right there?
I went to school to learn how to use it.
That's pretty. I don't know. You had to be. How far away were you from it?
I was right up against it. It doesn't hurt you. Radiation until it exploded.
How big was it?
It was about 15 feet long, about that big around.
Damage for one little, not a little. That's a pretty big bomb.
But there's still a lot of damage.
Yeah. But where were you when the U.S. bombed Hiroshima? Were you back at your island? Or?
Yeah. I was on Tinian.
So did everybody kind of watch them fly off, or?
No, we didn't even know they were going.
Oh,
We didn't know the bomb was on the island.
Was that the same thing with Nagasaki? Or?
Highly classified mission. We didn't know that bomb was on the island.
So both of those missions were like that?
Yeah.
Did they both come from your island?
509 bomb wing. And we didn't even know those atomic bombs were on the island.
Did they like try and pick the best team to do it, or?
Oh, not necessarily.
They just ran
on who had the training. A lot of us could have done it.
They just put the barrel in.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to do it either. That would have been.
But if you tell you to, you do it.
How did you feel about the bombing?
How did I feel about what?
The bombing, where they bombed with the. Did you feel like we could have avoided that, gone another way, or?
I felt like we should have used 10 more.
I don't know. They're kind of like fertilizer. Look what happened.
Huh?
It was kind of like fertilizer. They kind of just grew up out of it.
Yeah, I think they didn't either. Not out of those. We're the ones that pulled them out after the war. After the war.
I don't understand. We go through and we do all this damage to them.
All of Japan's progress has been made since 1960. War ended in 45.
And so we helped them out.
Oh, yeah, we taught them how to do all these things, and then we didn't do it. We taught them how to use robots and all that stuff, and then we didn't do it. It cost too much money. Stupid. Now we're giving Russia $1.6 billion.
Yep, they're gonna. I don't know. I can't see them turning out like Japan, but we're just kind of like writing bouncing checks, though. We don't really have the money to back it up. But.
Well, that's tough.
And then this is a question. My mom suggested this question. I don't really know, but she said, "Do you think that Roosevelt humiliated or put pressure on Japan, inadvertently causing the attack on Japan?"
No.
You think Japan did it on their own?
The Japanese were in Washington at the time talking to Roosevelt, trying to fool everybody that they were a very peaceful nation.
And while they were doing that,
While they were running that mission. The
It's,
Japanese dignitaries were in Washington trying to prove to everybody that they were very friendly.
and they went out and did that. Oh, well, it's kind of all the questions I have. But
Well, I don't know. We flew a lot of hours. I flew 12,000 hours altogether. And dropped a lot of bombs.